students, I'm Dr. Anandi. Welcome to my channel Make Biology Simple. So in today's video, we are going to see the lecture about the lipids, especially for the physiotherapist and occupational therapist students. So what is lipid and how it is classified? What is the biological importance? What is the need of a system? All this information we are going to see in this video. So lipid chemistry. So what is lipid definition? Then classification and biological importance. This is the view we are going to see today session. So what is lipid? Its a definition is nothing but any organic substances relatively insoluble in water but soluble in other organic solvents like chloroform, ether, and benzene. So, especially these soluble organic solvents, which the substances are soluble, are classified or defined as a lipid. So, this is a definition. Next. So here we are going to see what is the introduction about the lipids. As I told you, any class of organic compounds that are fatty acids. So now we are going to see what is organic compound and how they are coming under fatty acids. They may be a fatty acids or their other derivatives that are insoluble in water. That is, they are hydrophobic. That means they are lipophilic in nature, but the soluble in the organic solvents. So as I told you, chloroform, organic, any alcohol, organic solvents, they'll be soluble. That nature, if it contains that compound, is called as lipids. The examples is natural oil, wax, and steroids. So all these groups will come under the lipids. Part we are going to see is what is the main structure and how they are functioning and what is the requirement in a system. So that is the main point of view the lipids chapters. So what lipids, we know that they are organic compounds found in every type of plant and animal cell. They also contain the what is it is the skeletal is made up of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, and of course they are insoluble in water. So the main atoms which is present in the lipids are carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, and complex lipids will have phosphorus, nitrogen also. This is included in very little or in the complex lipids only. They'll add all this. But basically, any simple lipids will have this carbon, hydrogen, oxygen as a major elements in their structure. And of course, it is present in all the types of plant as well as animal cells. And the nature is it is basically insoluble in water but soluble in the organic solvents. And the main important, it has so many functions, but the main important function is they act as a cell membrane structure. The cell membrane is made up of lipid bilayer. So almost all the lipids are present at the outer cover of the cell and makes a cell membrane. Some of the hormones act as some of the lipids are acting as a hormone, say for example steroid hormones or adrenal corticosteroids, whatever. They are the nature is made up of a steroid. That is also acting as an hormone, and main purpose is energy storage molecules. And we know of course that glycogen, that is carbohydrates, can store for one day, and the lipids can store for months. That means our body can retain the energy slowly from our body by the stored lipids. So that is meaning that lipid here, it acting as energy storage, that is ATP form. Then thermal insulation, of course it keeps us system warm, and all the organs are insulated or properly protected by the thermal insulation. And then it is also acting as a mechanical protection, then electrical insulation of nerves, waterproofing, and buoyancy. This part we are going to see one by one in the. This is the main function. As I told you, storage form of energy, ATP. As I told you, carbohydrates can store for only one day, but the lipids can store for months. So whenever we are starved for 1 or 2 or 3 days, what happens? Our system can utilize and can be able to survive with help of energy, that is ATP, derived from the stored lipids. That is stored lipids means the triglyceride which is stored in the brown tissues, that is adipose tissue. Next, it is acting as a cell components. As I told you, it is acting as a cell membrane, the boundary of the cell, which is covered with a protected lipid bilayer. So that actually it is made up of phospholipids and cholesterol. These are the lipids we are going to see in structure in detail in the next video. And they are acting as a metabolic regulators. What are metabolic regulators means? Here it is refers as a steroid hormones. Hormones, as I told you, either a sex hormone or adrenal hormones or whatever, they are made up of a steroid, that is cyclopentanophenoxylate ring is mostly it is from the cholesterol only it is derived the steroid hormones, and of course the prostaglandins. These are acting as a metabolic regulators, mean they are controlling the metabolism. And the point is it is acting as a surfactants, detergents, and emulsifying the agents. So amphipathic lipids. So it is an amphipathic means it can it is have, since it have both the head and tail structure it refers. So the head is soluble in water, but the tail is insoluble. So this can assemble together and form a small droplets of water, which is acting as a emulsifying agents. And the fifth point is it is acting as an electric insulators in the neurons. It prevents the shock, and it is maintaining a proper message nerve transmission in the body. And it is acting as insulation against the changes in the external temperatures, that is because of subcutaneous factor. But you know very well, when we are prone to the cold climate, our body keeps ourselves warm because of the stored fat which is beneath the tissue. So that is the reason we make our body temperature uniformly with 37 degree even when we are exposed to the cold climate. And this is one which gives the shape and the contour to the body. So the tissues are rich with the stored lipids, and that's why giving us the shape and the contour to the body. And it is also acting as a cushion. It protects the internal organs from the from movement from one to another organs. So that is why it is acting as a protector. It keeps the it is acting as a cushion, and that's why all the organs are protected very fine in our system. And of course, it is also involved in the absorption of fat soluble vitamins. We know what are the fat soluble vitamins: vitamin A, D, E, and K. These are the fat soluble vitamins which has to be, since they are micronutrients in no need of digestion, but it has to be absorbed from the intestines to the required cells, part of the cells. So there again, since these are water insoluble or fat soluble, they require some transporter. So that transporter is nothing but lipids. Lipid will carry A, D, E, and K from the intestine and transport it to the respective tissues for their function. And of course, we know without fat, there is no taste in our food. So it improves the taste and palatability of your food. So these are the main function the lipids are having. And this one we have to be very clearly known that these are basic functions of any lipids. Next one is classification of lipid. So classification of lipids is we can classify the lipids into simple lipids, complex lipids, and derived lipids. So we'll see what is simple lipids, what is complex lipid, derived lipids in detail in next class. Since this is an introduction about the lipids chapter. So what is simple lipids? It's nothing but it has a triglyceride, that is one glycerol molecule and three fatty acids. Complex lipid means it will attach with some other. I told you, no, it's not only made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, it is also attached with phosphorus and nitrogen. So those base and phosphate group will be there in the complex lipids. Derived lipids is nothing but it's coming from both the complex and the lipids and the simple lipids. Those type are called the derived. That's why it is meaning as derived lipids. So we have so many examples under the simple lipids, complex lipids, and derived lipids. So these are all will be see one by one in the later classes. So one of our subscriber asked that the BPT, BOT students, they need the lecture about this biochemistry chapter for the first year classes. So based on their request, I have uploaded this video for their benefit. I hope this was this an introduction class. I hope you understood in a very easy manner. We'll see in the next video with the detailed example structures and their functions in the next video. Thank you, students.